2 weeks prior before now, I was in a state of, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? Getting the answer and feeling like I've got my purpose, to now being in a situation where all I can do is these videos until I'm employed again. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Moniie Talks, and thank you so much for joining me on today's video. If you haven't already, before I get started, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment and share today's post. What I want to speak about today is very much relevant to what we are facing right now, but more so on a spiritual level. We're dealing with so many different things in 2020. Like 2020, I'm convinced is like having its terrible twos. It is just throwing all kinds of tantrums, and we are really getting the end of it, as it usually goes. I was asleep, enjoying a sweet slumber, good sleep, deep sleep. I woke up about like 3:08 to be precise. Literally about 2 nights ago. This was not my planned video. It never is what I planned. I feel like I plan to do videos and then it just changes. But anyway, that is beside the point. So I've woken up at 3:08 and I can't get back to sleep. I start scrolling the gram. I see I've got some WhatsApp notifications, and I've got a notification from my gran. It's a video from a live, actually, from a Facebook live, basically discussing the vaccinations that they want to implement for Uncle COVID and Auntie Rona. It made me feel like, for the people out there who do not have a source of faith or can't really rely on their faith, don't really trust that divine side of themselves even, right now must be such a scary time. And I just really wanted to kind of share some words of encouragement, because for the life of me, I couldn't go back to sleep. Like, I was awake. I was like, I'm gonna watch 5 minutes of this video and watch the rest tomorrow. Just let me see what it's about. I watched a full 37 minutes and 18 seconds of that live, okay? The live was actually with Dr. Northup. She's a holistic doctor. She's been around for some time. She knows her stuff. She was basically sharing her insight and her worries and her concerns about some of the things that we could potentially be facing if we do not take the time to look inside, to really start channeling our higher self and start crying onto whichever God we believe in, to start crying out into the divine and really tap into that spiritual side. And I was all here for it. I was sucked all the way in. And the reason why I say that is because I think it would have been about 2 years ago. I remember watching a video on Facebook, and there was a girl basically saying that there is gonna be a war that us as humans can't physically see, but we will be affected by it. It's a war of the spiritual world, and we basically need to get up. Like, things that are going to come and things that are going to happen and the control that's going to take place, people won't believe that we're in the times that we're in. Something very prominent that stood out to me is she said about our frequencies. Like, if we have lower frequencies, it is easier for life to take its toll on you. And I don't know how many of you watching this video right now are in tune with how vibrations work. When you're positive, you literally, you just give off the highest frequencies. It allows you to attract the things that you want to attract. It allows you to go about your day and just be carefree or manage those things that you would usually be worried about. However, when you are in more of a negative mind space, you will have lower frequencies, you'll have lower vibrations, and negative works with a lower vibration. I do not find it ironic that we're dealing with something at the moment that is really fight back. The people that are trying to implement some of these new ways of living are so distracted by their own personal battles that wouldn't usually be taking place in a younger age group. It's almost like the government and whoever else is a part of this master plan to inflict this master vaccine on people are getting away with trying to control humanity on this level, because the frequencies have been low for so long. Like, social media don't get me wrong, it's an amazing platform when it is used correctly, but it's equally been the root of so many different avenues of depression, suicide, anxieties. It has been the root of a lot of people's downfall. I don't find it ironic that it has actually made these mental health illnesses plummet in younger people. So now we're at a point that where we should be mentally strong enough and be able to build our frequencies, that it's a lot harder. It's like we're almost missing the opportunity to armor up. So I don't really want to talk so much on you know, how down we are. I want people to understand that we have an opportunity to lift ourselves up. We have the opportunity to tap into our higher selves. Like, I've recently been made redundant. Like, I'm saying this live on video, but I haven't even told some of my friends. I haven't even had the opportunity to have that conversation. And I'm like, damn, like, now is not the time. But I'm not the only one. But I don't find it ironic that 2 weeks prior before now, I was in a state of, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? Getting the answer and feeling like I've got my purpose, to now being in a situation where all I can do is these videos until I'm employed again. We all need to not ignore the information that comes out. We need to not overlook or think people are crazy for speaking further on what is the hidden agenda behind things like these vaccines. Like, something that was mentioned in the live that really kind of had me skeptical was the idea of vaccinating young children for the flu jab. And I was like, we've never given kids vaccinations for the flu jab. The angle of the live was, what can we do as people, as mothers, to protect our children, protect our families moving forward for the time that we're in. And the first thing that the doctor said was to look within and look to God. I think no matter who you worship, whether you are Muslim, whether you're Buddhist, whether you're Christian, whether you don't directly identify with a religion, but you are a spiritualist, teach people around you that are scared. Teach people around you what they can do to really elevate themselves and educate themselves and be in a stronger position to carry this fear, because it is such a scary time that if you do not have faith, it is literally gonna get the better of you. And I think so much people right now have so much more to offer that this isn't it. And I know a lot of people are hearing different things that are circulating, they're seeing different things that are circulating, they're seeing, you know, what is to come, and they're feeling like the world's about to change, everything's going to be different. And that is absolutely correct. The world is about to change. People are about to get wiser. People are about to get stronger. People are about to tune in with themselves in a way that they have never done that before. I now have been forced to sit down and give my full attention to speaking out whatever comes to me, and to searching more within myself, to strengthen myself, to be able to handle whatever it is that is coming to us as a people. And we need to stick together. We need to 100% stick together and remind one another just how amazing and powerful we are as people. And I'm not talking as black people, I'm not talking as white people, Chinese, Asian. I am not talking as individuals. I'm talking about us as people who come together and decide to teach and support one another. When you go to bed at night, whether it's a prayer or whether it's an affirmation, ask for protection. Ask for protection, ask for guidance for your loved ones, for yourself, and really believe that it's something that you're going to get. Because the other day when I got the phone call to say, you know, that I've been made redundant, if this was probably, I don't know, last year when none of this stuff was going on and I wasn't so heavily involved in doing these videos, I probably would have been panicking. Right now is such a hard time to find a job. But I had a feeling, like, I was just like automatically like, I'm going to be fine. I had a moment where I was like, okay, damn, like, I'm going to have to be in the job hunt again. And anyone who's done job hunting knows that it is not a fun process. It is a draining process. But that was my only kind of moment. But my initial thought was, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. And the reason this has had to happen now, I'm going to find out in the process. I know that there's probably a few of you watching this video like, girl, what the hell are you talking about? And that's absolutely fine. I'm not like, I'm not expecting anyone to be like, you're right. I'm not expecting anyone to agree with me. But I just think that we need to be mindful of how we're protecting ourselves. Like, I know we're in the sharing habit. We're in a place that we've basically said it's okay not to give us privacy, and that's really not the case. People have now got entitled from this. People now feel like you need to share more than you need to, or expect you to overshare. I'm seeing so many people, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this if this is what you want to do, if this is your line of work. You share some of the personal moments. You share like when you're saging, you share when you're meditating, and some of you are doing it to be taught, which is amazing, but other people are doing it more to be fashionable, and this is such an important tool. Some of these spiritual acts that people are doing, they don't even recognize just how important some of these tools are, that you're missing your opportunity to armor up. In protecting yourself, whether it's spiritually, physically, mentally, you're not going to go around and show people your level of protection because they can try to go around it. That makes sense. If someone's after me to shoot me, God forbid, I ain't gonna flaunt that I'm wearing a bulletproof vest, because they could say, okay, I'm gonna go for your legs, I'm gonna attack somewhere different. And the same thing works for spiritual protection. When you're genuinely in the practices of doing your affirmations and your prayers, your meditations, learn to keep that side of things to yourself, because the world doesn't need to know how some of us fighters are protecting themselves. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Maybe one day you will, but yeah. I think we're in a time that's really testing many people's faith. Like, so much is happening in our individual lives, but as a collective, it's been the first time in a long time we're going through something globally that everyone can relate to. We are gonna have days where it's like, I'm over it, I'm done, I'm tired, I'm scared, but I'm encouraging anyone who's watching this video, reach out to the people around you who are like-minded, who can relate, who can teach, who can help you find that faith within yourself, to look within yourself, to look towards whichever God it is that you wish to, but that can help you find that peace so we can get through this time. Because it is a difficult year, and we don't know when this is going to stop. We don't know when it's going to ease up. We don't know when we're going to get back to what was our normal. What I do personally know is that this isn't our forever. Many of us have so much more to give, so much more to offer, so much more things to do, that we're not in a position to be controlled. Wake up and decide what is right based on your instincts and your intuition, because all of ours work. That gut of yours is never wrong. I said this last week and I'm saying it now. That gut feeling you get, that's never wrong. Work on building these things. Work on building yourself internally so you know what's your right steps to do. You know how to move forward. You know how to handle yourself during this time, because that would allow you to have faith and trust in your faith. Trust that we're going to be okay. Anyone who's watching this, if you feel like I've resonated with you, please comment, please like it, please share it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Moniie Talks. We all go through things, and sometimes we just need someone to talk to. We're going to get through this time. We're going to get through it together. Take the time to educate yourself. Don't always ignore on the basis of, I'ma just live my life. Part of living your life is learning lessons and experiencing hardship. Unfortunately, that's where we're at now, but we're gonna get through. That's me for the week. I am so dry. I talk so much, but I really hope that this video has helped one, if not many more people. I might not get as many views as a different type of video, but as long as I have had one view with someone that this is really gonna sit with, I am grateful. Until next week.